The alphabet killer chose their victims by killing people whose first and last names started with the same letter, and then discarded their bodies in towns with names that also started with that letter. Now, you might not agree with their lifestyle choices, but you've got to admire that kind of dedication to the craft of murder. That takes some careful planning and consideration. I don't know that I could ever kill a person. I don't think I have it in me. But if I did, I'd definitely leave a trail of clues and have a pattern to my choice of victims. I could be the Advent Killer. 24 victims, all born on a different date from the 1st to the 24th of December. All killed in order, of course. Oh, and I could kidnap someone born on the 25th as well. But I'd let them go, telling them to let the world know that Christmas has come early and my killing spree is over. I could be the Malcolm murderer, just exclusively knocking off blokes named Malcolm. The Susan Strangler. That's pretty self-explanatory. The Initial Dispatcher. I kill a series of people whose initials all spell out my name. Some detective that's been working on the case for decades finally realizes that the names of my victims, Peter Timmons, Andrew Millard, you. Oh, that's weird. There aren't any names that begin with you. Uma Thurman. Peter Timmons, Andrew Millard, Uma Thurman, Liam Neeson, and a bunch of other people who aren't all necessarily famous actors, but whose initials all spell out Paul Addington. Would be a bit gutting if I got caught before I got to Nicolas Cage, though. The autumnal assassin. Got a killing spree every autumn. I always find autumn quite boring and a bit depressing, so that would give me something interesting to do and to focus my mind on. The Paul Addington killer. I go about killing other Paul Addingtons and spend years under the close protection of the police as they're fearful that I could be the Paul Addington killer's next victim, and they never realise that Paul Addington's killer was Paul Addington all along. It's only revealed in my suicide note. The final killing of a Paul Addington by Paul Addington, the Paul Addington killer. I'm assuming that I get to choose my own serial killer handle, though, right? What if instead of the Paul Addington killer, people start referring to me by some really unflattering moniker, like Penisless Paul, the namesake killer, or No Balls Pervy Paul? Or wait, worse. What if there's a copycat killer? Paul Addington start getting murdered left, right, and centre, and not at the hands of me, the original Paul Addington killer. I could be on the copycat killer's list. I don't want to get senselessly murdered just because I fit the profile of some killer's sick pattern of choosing victims. That would be awful. No. I better not be the Paul Addington killer. Yeah. I think I better leave it. Don't think murdering's for me.